What is up, RC enthusiasts? Check it out. We have some upgrades for this guy. Well, as you can see right here, you're going to have some upper and lower control arms, some steering hubs, and also some metal hexes right here for your wheels to sit on. And right here you got ball bearings. You have every other part you need, which I don't know what they are. But we're going to assemble this together. So we'll see how this goes on to this guy right here. And we'll try to figure out what benefits this has right here of an upgrade for this guy. So let's get to it. Alright, so we have all these little parts right here. Let's get them out the bags so we can see what all this is made up of. And we'll see, maybe we might have some spare parts in here. Not sure. There you go. And this other little bag full of screws. There you go. So that's everything right there that's involved in this kit. Oh, these are not in picture. But there you go. So I'll put those all together. I'm going to go in replacement of these parts right here. This lower, that steering hub, and the upper up there that you can't see, that one will be all replaced by these metal parts. So yeah, let's go ahead and take this apart and let's install those guys to see what happens and how cool it looks on this. Because we all know metal parts always look cooler than the plastic parts, but not necessarily a performance upgrade all the time. Alright, so for ease of installation, I want to go ahead and separate the body from the chassis. So luckily it's really easy on this guy. All you have to do is remove these screws right here, one there, then you got this one right here, that one right there on the opposite side of it, this one right here, and that one right there. So after all 6 of those screws are off, you should be able to see the chassis comes off right here, and pull this tab up here, and you should be able to slide that down, and then you just disconnect the lights right here. It's going to be connected right here. And there you go, the body and the chassis are separated. Now that you have this separated, everything's going to be easy to work on to replace all the front end parts we need to replace to get this upgrade done. So let's get to that. Let's make it even easier by taking the wheels off. So now that I got the wheels off, toss those aside, don't forget their screws. You're not going to be using these anymore, so don't worry about these. You could save these for something else, because you're going to use the finer pitched threaded screws that come with this kit, because you're going to be screwing into metal now. So you're not going to need this, but you're going to need Loctite. So there you go. Once you get that off, these little hub pieces, you can pop them right off right there. Now I recommend always saving your parts just in case you want to go back to stock, because you never know if you don't like the way it performs with the metal stuff. So now it looks like I have a screw up here to remove, and on this side as well. And same with the bottom, 2 screws right there, those screws right there. And after I remove those screws, these pins that those screws are actually holding in place, you're gonna have to push them out with something small enough to get in there, like a small Allen wrench or something. And you can push those pins out, and that should release the upper and lower control arms from the body. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Alright, now I'm just gonna push these pins out right here. You see? Like that. Oh, that was the wrong way. I should have pushed it out the other way. Oh my goodness. So yeah, the top pins you got to push out this way. Looks like you're gonna have to uninstall these 2 screws right here to remove your actual spring right here. Now that I have room right here, I could probably push this through now. There you go. See, I'm pushing it through. And it's out. So I'll just do that to the other side as well. And then the bottom, same thing, you just push it through. Well, the other way. Jeez, David, you need to pay attention. There you go. And you can just pull it out. Oh, don't lose that washer. Not sure if they give you any spare ones of these or you need it for the metal one, but don't lose that washer right there. As you can tell, they're grooved right here because that's where those screws sit into, so the pins don't come out. So yeah, that takes off the top and bottom. And you just have to take this off from here. You could either do it on this end or this end. There you go. That whole assembly is out of your way. So these pins right here, you gotta keep these because I'm pretty sure you're gonna use those for the new kit that you have to install right here. So let's go ahead and let's figure this guy out. I don't have the instructions on me right now, but they are available on WPL/RC.com. So if you go on their website, you will find all the instructions how to build these things and stuff. We're gonna build ourselves some links. So you're gonna put some links together like so. Thread that into there. And thread that onto there. Now we have two sides threaded together. I don't screw them all the way in. We're gonna have to measure these or just, you know, check them on the truck until we get the proper angles we want for camber and also for tow and stuff. Well, these things right here are what you're gonna need next to install, and they go onto here. But this piece, I'm assuming, also needs to be on there to retain it in place. So now I just need to figure out how it goes on here, because like I said, I'm not using the instruction manual, and it's just how I am, you know. I like figuring stuff out. So I hope you guys don't mind joining along. So this is how I'm gonna assume it goes together for now. So yeah, this piece right here you see with a number 2, that's metal as well. So everything you see me holding right now is metal. And these bearings right here, you're gonna have to go in here. So yeah, one up here and one out here. And that's completing this piece right here. And then this hub, just, you can slide these hubs on later on, you know, they just go from behind right here. But you don't have to slide those hubs on right now. I can wait. So yeah, this I would assume it goes on. The bottom piece I'm assuming goes with this right here because that's like a stopper. So it's supposed to stop it on its limits. You're gonna need to put grease in here for sure. Some nice, you know, marine grease or something in there. And then after that, you can put these caps on there as well to finish that off. And it comes with small screws right here to put on there. And that assembles those sections. And that's, you know, like I said, this is my assumption. I haven't looked at the instruction manual, but that's what it looks like it's for. And I don't see any other thing it's for. I'm just hoping I'm doing this right. Okay, so as you can tell here, I had to install these covers right here for the ball links. These covers are actually different. This one right here, it's wider spaced for the bottom right here for these two screws. And this one right here, you can tell there's kind of like a little flat notch to one side of it. Not sure if you guys can tell. I'm having a hard time picking it up right now. There you go. So you can tell right there, there's a notch. Let's hold it right here so you can tell. There you go. One side is a circle and the other side is a little notch. And that's for this one right here. So you can tell it's notched out right there to fit properly right there. But yeah, that's about it to install those, and 2 screws on each. And I recommend putting Loctite on these screws right here because you don't want to screw them tight all the way because it's going to bind these a little bit. And as they wear out, you're going to have to tighten those screws slowly and surely for sure. But right now, when I tighten them all the way, they bind a little bit. So I left mine loose. Like I said, I'm not using any thread locker on mine right now. So I'm just going to test them like this. And yeah, run them the first time like this dry and see how it works. Well, let's try to install this on the truck right now. You are going to need these pins right here and those plastic bushings. So here's what it looks like when it's on there. I didn't push these pins all the way or secure them yet because as you can tell right here, I need to adjust the camber angle right here so that the wheels cambered in like this. So you're gonna have to shorten this right here to get this nice and straight. But yeah, that's how that goes in. You have the spring going in back here. And then I'm still using that plastic washer right there. Everything fits on there nice. And I would definitely put marine grease in here for sure because that's all metal contact right there. And if you don't, that's going to end up seizing. But I'm going to do my first run without anything and it should be fine. Now we have to put another ball link right here. So that way we can attach this to that steering link in there. So you can see that one in there, that plastic one. And that connects to here. So yeah, here's the procedure once more. You have to get this. And you have to put that through here. And then you're going to grab this part. And you see that little stopper right there? That's going to be the bottom. So you're going to be installing it on here. And then after you install that, then you're going to grab, for this bottom one, it's going to be this full circle one, not the one with the little flat side right here. So that's going to go in with the cone shape part right here. You can tell it's kind of coned in right here. That's going to go inside. So you're gonna see it's kind of coned right here, like a dome. And that's gonna be the inner, and that's gonna be the outer. That's gonna sit on top of this like so. And then 2 screws on top of that, which are these screws right here. Same thing with this top one right here. That goes through here, the opening up here. Trust me, it'll only go in one way, so you can't put it in wrong. And then that just goes straight on here. And that's it. Let's tighten that up. And of course, use Loctite on yours, because you're going to be doing this, you know, permanently. I'm just doing this for testing. And then this cover right here with a flat spot going against this section right here with that flat spot right here. And then 2 screws. And there you go for that one. Now don't forget, these 2 screws right here just snug and Loctite or thread locker on them as well. I used the blue one, medium strength. You don't want it to be too permanent on there. And then this piece right here, as you can tell, they're all marked. See that one right there? Where'd it go? Where's the mark? Well, I guess the right side all have marks and the left sides don't say left on them. Well, that's what it looks like right here. So yeah, all the parts that were meant for the right side say right, and all the left side parts just have numbers on them. So that's how you can tell the difference right there. And this just screws in right here. Well, I am getting dizzy trying to do this through the camera screen. Yeah, so this needs to be screwed in almost all the way where you don't see any threads on both sides. And that way you're going to get the camber correct for just, you know, stock camber. If you want to camber it out, screw it in more. You want to camber it in, screw it out more. So now that I have everything assembled here, as you can tell, I just need to push these pins all the way in and make sure the flat spot is right here by this screw hole, so I can screw it in and that pin will be locked in place. Same with the bottom ones. And these tie rods right here, as you can tell, I haven't installed it yet because I'm centering all this right here, centering the servo, and then twisting them until they're short enough to fit all properly, so that I have everything as centered as possible. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. It looks like I have to fix the camber just a little bit more as well with the top ones, and then we'll be able to get everything all on here. And that should be done for the installation. And also guys, like I said, don't forget to put the marine grease in here before you screw all this all together. I would recommend putting marine grease around that whole ball joint area before you cover it like this. And that way some of the grease gets trapped in there and you have some nice ball joint action going on and no stiff ball joints or anything. So yeah, I'll go ahead and length these arms correctly for the steering and fix the camber on this. Now put the wheels on here, we'll see what that looks like. And then we'll slap the body back on here and we'll see what it looks like with that on. As you can tell right here, looks like I need to adjust the camber a little bit still. Need to toe them out like this a little bit. Or not toe, I need to camber them out like this a little bit because they're cambered in. So these right here need to be screwed in just a little bit more. Not too bad. And the steering, yeah, maybe I screwed them in a little too much. They're a little cambered out, or they're a little towed out right now, the steering. I think I need to back those out a little bit. But yeah, I'm pretty close right there. So you can tell everything is all assembled. I just need to push these pins in and assemble their lock screws right here. And we're all done. Well, as you can tell right here, we're fully assembled. We have some spare parts right here. Spare screws and spare ball end links. As you can tell, everything's all assembled. Shocks are working. There you go. That's what it looks like from behind here. So there you go. Steering angle, probably about the same still. Maybe a little bit more actually, I'm not sure. Forgot what the stock one looked like. I should have tested that before I changed it. So we did have toe adjustability with the stock ones as well. As you can tell right there. And we also had camber adjustability with the stock ones. So yeah, really all this is adding more weight to your truck and more durability hopefully if you do like to crash into things with your front end. So yeah, this one's had ball bearings as well. So yeah, just keep these as spare. One thing I do notice is because of the way these are bent right here when they're the lower control arm, you do get a little bit more ground clearance with these lower control arms. Fully assembled, ready to go. Our taxi's ready for more passengers. But there you go, guys. Cool little truck, ready to go for another test run.